Market news and views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is April 9th, 2015. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in. What you're going to see here is that the futures are trading lower by about $3 to $20.7325 per contract. Futures were a little bit higher earlier, but they have given back some of their earlier gains. They never really were positive by much today. So all in all, it seems like the market's still very, very range bound for the most part, but we'll see where this goes. At 8:30 this morning, we did have some weekly jobless claims number. They came in a little bit weaker than expected, but not that big a deal. But we do have a lot of stocks in the news. Last night kicked off earnings season with Alcoa, and we're going to go over a lot of different equities today and see what we have on the charts here. But once again, before we get started here, I want to just welcome everybody to come over, take a 7-day free trial at InTheMoneyStocks, take a 7-day free trial to our intraday stock chat room. You'll see everything that we're doing. Yesterday we had one of the best days in the chat room of the year, and again, we're looking to keep that going in 2015. So if you haven't taken a free trial yet, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat at InTheMoneyStocks, and you'll see everything that we're doing each and every day. All right, let's go over some stocks here. Alcoa is first up in the news. Stock reported earnings. Again, I don't care really what they said. I know they probably beat by a penny or two, but missed on revenues. That's normally what they do. Right now, the stock is trading at $13.31. It closed at $13.67. So, you know, there's probably not a lot we're going to do with this one here. I am seeing some decent chart support if the stock does fall down to around the 12.23, 12.24 level, but that's really all I got at the moment. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings, see if there's an opportunity there, but there's not much I'm seeing right now. Next one I'm going to take a look at is Bed Bath Beyond. I will have gap levels for this one. This morning the stock closed at $77.68. It is now trading at $75.15. It did trade as low briefly below the $74.50 level after it reported last night. So we'll see if it does go down a little bit lower. I do have gap levels for this one. They will be posted up in the intraday stock chat at 9 a.m. So again, I will have support levels for this to play on the long side, but they'll be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at Constellation Brands. STZ is the ticker symbol. You're going to see here, stock right now is trading around 117.75. It closed at 119.17. Now, this can be all over the map. It did trade above the 120 level, then traded sharply lower. Now it's at 117.75. So you want to be a little bit careful with this. One level, though, I do have today, if it does get down there as a long level, would be 113.45. That would be a very, very good level. If it did get down there and sold off into that area, that would be a nice bounce area. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. We'll keep it on the radar today. We'll see where it goes. But this stock will be in play once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at WBA, which is now Walgreens Boots Alliance. Used to be WAG when it was just Walgreens, but they did merge with Boots Alliance. Stock is trading at $90.15. It was trading at $87.68. I believe Walgreens also reported earnings, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, they're going to close about 200 U.S. stores. I did see that. You could check out the rest of the news, but let's look at the levels. Right now, the stock, to me, is a little bit overbought up here at these levels. So I'd be a little bit guarded, a little bit careful. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still an uptrend. What I would do now is just trail your stop loss, but you are a little bit overbought now, and you want to be careful when you get to those overbought conditions. Stock does have a lot of resistance around this 90.50, 91 level. So, again, still nothing wrong with it. It's uptrending, but it is a little bit overbought on the bigger time frame. So you want to be a little bit careful there. We'll see if it pulls back in, but this will be in play today. Let's take a look at Pier 1 Imports. PIR is the ticker symbol. This stock is trading at $13.29. Closed at $12.65. I think they boosted their dividend. I think I saw that. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to check at the news. I look at the news once early just to see what's in play, and then I move on to it. But I think that's what happened here. Either way, the big resistance level for this stock today would be $15.35 if it does trade up there. So until then, it's probably going to be somewhat range bound. If you own it, trail the stop loss, see if you could ride it up to the $15.35. I don't think that's going to happen today, but that could get there in the coming days or coming weeks. So again, nothing really wrong with Pier 1 so far. We'll see how it plays out. Let's look at Zynga. That is in the news today as well. Stock is trading at $2.60, closed at $2.90. I honestly don't see anything to do here, so we're just going to go by this one really quick. But I believe they did have some news out here. You can check it out for yourself. But again, if I don't see a play in the stock that I could take advantage of, I really don't want to do a whole lot with it. All right, let's take a look here at Apache. I believe that I think they sold off a unit. I think that's what I saw earlier. But you could check it out yourself. Either way, I believe Apache did sell off an Australian exploration production business, so you could check that out yourself. Right now the stock is trading at 65.55. It may have been baked into the cake. Either way, resistance level today for Apache is $67.28, $67.28. That should be good intraday resistance. So I don't see the stock really getting above that level. Let's take a look at Costco. They reported same-store sales today, as well as a bunch of other retailers. Costco did sell down a little bit, but it is now trading at $150.75. It did close at $152. The only level that really interests me for Costco is around $144.90, $144.85. So unless it gets down there, there's really not a lot I'm going to do with it right now. We will look at Costco once the opening bell rings, though. It will be on our focus list. Let's take a look at LB, which is Limited Brands. They've also reported same-store sales. This stock's trading nicely higher. Not a lot of volume behind it, though, but it is trading at $95.70. Give this the upside bias right now to 96.25. It looks fine at the moment. It is getting overbought. That's the only worry. But it's still a strong equity in an uptrend at the moment. It looks like MGM came out with news. Looks like they upped their dividend. Stock is trading at $22.21. So that's a pretty good move for MGM. The big resistance level I'm seeing on this stock, and I'm looking at a daily chart here on my other screen, is around $23.50 to $24. So give MGM the upside bias. Try your stop loss if you own it. If you don't own it, there's not much we're going to do with it, but we will look at this one once the opening bell rings today, and we'll see where it goes. There could be a play here. All right, let's take a look at crude oil this morning. Crude oil is trading up 77 cents to $51.19 a barrel. Let's go over to the USO, which really got hammered yesterday. You're seeing that is upticking a little bit today. Remember, oil is still a very, very choppy trade. It's highly affected by geopolitical events and the U.S. dollar. So again, you want to be a little bit careful with oil here. We'll see how it plays out today. But yesterday it was just hammered to the downside. Today it's gaining back a little bit of what it lost yesterday. So again, it's still very, very range bound and choppy. But that's what we're looking at for oil. Let's take a look here at gold futures. Gold futures are trading down again today. They're down about $4.30. They did break below that psychological 1200 level. Now trading down at around $1,198.90. So let's go over to the GLD and see what we got here. GLD right now is trading around the 115 level. Again, it closed at 115.47 yesterday. So we'll see if this can hold up and uptick. I'm still in the camp that gold has a little bit more upside, but it's still going to be a volatile trade before it does move up. So be aware of that. Gold is obviously affected by central bank news. You did have some central bank news coming out of the Bank of England this morning. The ECB will come out with their statement next week. And obviously, we always have the Federal Reserve chirping and burping each and every day. So, again, just be aware of that. Gold will remain somewhat of a volatile, choppy trade, at least during the first half of 2015. All right, I think I covered everything that I wanted to get through. Again, futures are trading lower by about $3.25. So we'll see how that plays out today. But nonetheless, they are under a little bit of pressure before the opening bell. With that being said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day. And remember, come on over, take a 7-day free trial. We just had a blockbuster day yesterday, and we'll look to repeat that again today. With that being said, everybody, we'll see you on the charts.